Let's imagine that a little girl gets lost. Up in eastern Kentucky, there's a place called the Red River Gorge. It's beautiful. It's wild. There are like 18 natural arches up there. It is an incredible place to go hiking. Natural Bridge State Park is there, but there are a lot of arches and stuff, and I've hiked up there many times. But you know, every year, people die up there. Every year. There's not a year that goes by that we don't see news reports that somebody hiking up there walked off the edge of a cliff. They thought they knew the trail, but they didn't. And they just walked off the side of a mountain. Well, let's imagine there's a family up there hiking, and they've got a little 4-year-old daughter named Amanda, and they lose her. They can't find her, and it's dangerous. There are wild animals in there. At night, it gets very, very cold. She has no food. She could die of exposure. She can die from wild animals. She can walk off the side of a cliff. So they put out an appeal. Please come to Natural Bridge and to the Red River Gorge and help us search for Amanda. So we just drop everything and we go. And we follow the signs to the search and rescue headquarters for Amanda. And when we get there, we're stunned to see that people have brought their Winnebagos and their campers and their tents, and their pop tops, and they've set up camp and they've organized softball games, and they're pitching horseshoes, and they're grilling hamburgers and hot dogs and steaks, and old men are playing shuffleboard, and all kinds of things are happening. There's a big sign that says search and rescue headquarters for Amanda, but it doesn't look to us like anybody's looking. Well, we find who's the leader, and they point us to a certain guy, and we say, hey, we've just arrived. We've come to look for Amanda. He says, great, great. Pull up a chair, get yourself a hamburger, hot dog, and just relax a little bit. No, we've come to look for Amanda. And suddenly he says, oh, you're one of those. Well, listen here, buddies. Who are you to make us feel guilty? Don't you realize that all these campers represent a major investment that these people have made? And these folks have taken time from their busy lives to come up here and look for Amanda. And who are you to make us feel guilty for not using some of this time and some of this effort to enjoy ourselves? And just so you know, Mr. Smarty Pants, we walk over to the edge of the campground on every hour on the hour, and we say, Amanda! And I have a sneaking suspicion that if she really wanted to be found, she knows where we are. Now you could say, Dr. York, that's the dumbest illustration I've ever heard. Nobody would be that dumb. You're right. Nobody would be that dumb except maybe a church. Because God has appointed us as a search and rescue mission. But we have chosen to recreate rather than to search. We've got to shift our priorities. We've got to get our people more excited when God saves a soul, even than when he heals cancer. You know, anybody gets healed of cancer, and boy, I pray for the healing of cancer, and I rejoice in that too. But you know what? Whoever God heals of cancer will still die. But whoever he saves will never die. So what's the greater miracle? You tell me. What should cause us greater joy? You tell me. You see, we get excited about all kinds of stuff. Except what God gets happy about is when the lost are found.